Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's episode 311 of the Audible Farm Podcast, and this episode is brought to you by the Fort Dodge Fine Arts Association. The Fort Dodge Fine Arts Association is all about supporting and connecting local artists, musicians, and creators right here in north central Iowa. Head over to fdfineartsassociation.org to find their community calendar packed with upcoming concerts, art shows, theater events, and more. While you're there, check out their podcast, FDT. It's available wherever you listen to podcasts. That's the Fort Dodge Fine Arts Association, celebrating creativity and community in the Fort Dodge area. This week, I'm running a replay episode. It is from episode 106. That's right, it's over 200 episodes ago. That's pretty wild. This replay episode, I'm going to be sitting down talking with Marco Johnston and Nate Boyce. And as some of you may know, Nate recently passed away. So I figured it was a great time to do a replay episode of this. I'll get into more pontificating about the impacts of all this later in the episode. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Boy, I'll tell you what, I was super nervous to interview these guys. I didn't really know them that well. They played a lot of shows. They were usually headliners when I first started playing, and I was usually in the opening bands. They played heavy metal music, things like that. So I always kind of like looked up to these types of bands and these types of people playing a lot of notes and then playing the heavy stuff. And I think some of that just comes from my childhood and where, when I was a teenager and in my early 20s, I really, really enjoyed this type of music. So it was cool to sit down and talk with these guys, years and years and years ago. I believe this interview is from 2020. As a matter of fact, it was September 17th, 2020. So this episode we recorded was almost 6 years ago. And that's also pretty wild. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one. It's a replay of episode 106 featuring Marco Johnston and Nate Boyce.
It's the Audible Farm Podcast with your host, Peter Stockdale.
Sitting down today, it's Marco and Nick, Marco Johnston and Nick Boyce. Nate Boyce. I tried to do it without reading my notes. Couldn't do it.
You just triggered a whole other story on its own.
Nick Boyce is a whole other guy.
Yes. All right,
He's
so let's start it over. No, this is actually good. We'll leave it in there. I've messed up one other name, and I apologize. That was Ben Christopher. Yeah, I think you guys probably know Ben. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I've
What'd
screwed.
you call him?
Brian. So we'll just sweep all this under the table like it never happened, even though it's in the beginning seconds of the podcast. But anyways, we were talking just before the podcast started. I've seen you guys play a lot of shows live back in like what I would call my Whole Avenue Tavern days. I used to go there for a lot of like Dominic Derringer was booking shows there and stuff like that. So you guys would be there, once every month or every other month or every 2 months or 3 months kind of deal. And it was a very frequent occurrence to see you guys playing there, it seemed like. But that was, maybe about a year or so ago. So other than that, it's been COVID and I haven't seen too many bands playing this year really. So we can kind of delete 2020 like it never happened, but let's backtrack a little bit. Marco, did I see you just recently rejoined the band? Is that right?
Yes.
All right.
I'm a 3-time member and a 2-time ex-member now. I think I'm holding the record.
You hold the record. So
yes. To
be the man, you got to beat the man. Woo! No.
Yes. Yep, I've been fired and I fired myself.
Jeez, you hold a lot of records, it sounds like, over there.
Yes.
And then Nate, not Nick, you've been in the band in its entirety, or how long have you been in the band?
I am the man.
The man.
I'm Blacked Out World's my baby.
That's
all right.
What we tell him. Yeah, he's the founding member. The last
man standing.
So, like, when did you start the band then?
2011.
Well, that's when it changed names.
Yeah. 2011 is when we.
Yeah, that's when it became Blacked Out World.
Yeah. What was the original name?
I Am Enemy.
I Am Enemy. How long did that last?
Up until that one day.
Up until I fired Marco.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. that was a bad day. So was that House of Bricks, and who were we playing with?
Dead Horse Trauma had the early show.
Yeah,
and we were on directly after them for the late show. And
long story short, a series of unfortunate events led to me chucking my guitar on the stage and leaving.
Oh, geez.
So that was my last time in that, and then at that point in time, I'm guessing that the band name changed because no one's going to give them a fucking show ever again.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I guess that's a good defense mechanism against that. I never even thought of that because, like, you could easily tarnish the name of a band with one person's actions. So, like, maybe changing the name might be a good defense mechanism,
Yes, you can do that.
Well, the name wasn't really working out anyway. So.
Yeah, everyone kept saying Iminime because it was just spelled the letters IMNME. So it'd be Iminime.
Oh, it's like in excess, but doesn't roll off the tongue as well. No.
It sounded like a bunch of hair lips announcing it, basically.
So,
The World was a way better name for our style anyway. So.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like a name like that would have hearkened itself to like what maybe like the late 90s metal scene would have been, though. Like, early 2000s, it sounds like one of those kind of names, the I Am Enemy, but you just have the letters,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it would have fit. It would have fit for the times, though. I mean, and not that Blacked Out World doesn't fit. It's easy to remember. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I cruise around YouTube and I do a lot of like following of bands on YouTube. And even though some aren't too active on YouTube, but I mean, shout out to you guys. You've always been active on there. It seems like the last 5 years you guys have been putting out music videos and things like that, constantly refining your YouTube game. You pop up a lot on the front page of my YouTube when I scroll through.
Well, that's cool.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, anytime we can try to get a little bit of reach out there, it's not an easy task, especially if you got a bunch of guys working full-time jobs. It's not an excuse, but certainly is hard to find the time to go and promote and try to make yourself bigger. Yeah,
I mean, it really is. As far as even like making music videos, I saw you guys had a handful of those on there. I tossed them in a playlist of Iowa bands with music videos, so it's in a playlist on the YouTube somewhere. But I mean, it's easy to find. You just search Blacked Out World, and it's the first channel that pops up. You got 100 plus subscribers, which is not an easy task to pull off in the YouTube game. But like one thing I wanted to ask you guys was, how do you go about doing the music video and making an album thing? Because I feel a lot of bands miss the boat with don't make music videos at all. I mean, whether or not they're low quality, high quality, because you guys is a pretty good production value, honestly. But how do you go about? What was your like mindset going into this? Were you like, I'm going to make a music video, and let's just see what happens? Or did you have a buddy that had a camera and some equipment, and you were like, well, let's let him just try what he wants, or how did it all go?
The very first one, End of Time, I can tell you, was shot with a $25 strobe light from Spencer's and iPhones.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And it's pretty easy peasy. But then I think Ron got a camera, and that's how we did Ashes of the World.
Yeah.
And then for
3, we hired it out. We stopped doing our own production.
Yeah, we're done with that.
So,
that's too much.
Moon Chaser, it was the Woolly show with Shaman's Harvest. They just went through and did a video recording of a few different songs, and Moon Chaser turned out to kind of be the best one. And we knew we wanted to do that one anyways at some point. So they took that and then just overlaid the audio. And obviously, when you're playing live and your tempos change, they just kind of shifted it around back and forth a little bit to keep everything looking like it's all in time. So that one turned out really good. I like that one.
I love the live middle of that one.
Yeah.
Gets me in the feels every time.
That phaser, it's amazing.
Yeah, man, that's really cool. I mean, I've made a music video. It's not like I'm a brilliant production or videographer of any sort, but it's just something that's like you guys said with iPhones, you can blow some people away with just iPhones and be sneaky about it, not tell them, and they don't even know, I mean,
yeah, the one for Faithless was a really good one because we did a little B&E on that one. We went out north of Dallas Center there. I can't remember the name of the town up there. There's that old school that we were at, that black and white one we did. Mm-hmm. And being from southern Iowa, I know that you go talk to a neighbor. So I went and talked to the neighbor guy. And he told me who the owner was. I said, well, we're just a dumb band. We're shooting a video. Next thing I know, we got some guy there. Lucky you talked to the neighbor. What are you doing here? do I need to call the cops? Like, no, we're done band. So we handed him a card. He handed us his card. If you guys need to come do a reshoot, come on back and just give me a call. Let me know you're coming.
It's really cool though. I mean, like driving to a destination to film the music video. It's not like it was just filmed in a backyard somewhere.
Yeah,
like,
that was a weird one.
Yeah, and then
dirty, very dirty.
In Hellbound, the music video was that was more of Heath's baby, wasn't it? Heath set that all up and got that all rolling, and it turned out pretty darn good too. Super high quality on it.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things I noticed was like not only is the video quality good, but the production quality within it is also very good. And it's not like that's not something a band could pull off by themselves, because I've seen bands pull it off pretty well. But it's it's a difficult task, and hats off to you guys for like consistently putting out music videos for things. Like I said, I feel like it's something a lot of bands miss the boat on. It's not like it's the MTV days like it was back in the day, and you're going to have your music video on TV, but I still feel like it's a nice promotional tool that can help propel the band further.
Right, and I think you're going to see YouTube even more so than what it is now, becoming the platform even for more live stuff, depending on kind of what goes on down the road. I think you're going to see that becoming more of a priority. It has to be. If there's no live shows going, the outlet has to be somewhere. So people are going to start trying to figure out how to get more exposure, and guys are going to have to try to do some more do-it-yourself methods to get their music out there when they're normally just a bar band or a live band. They're going to have to put that somewhere else now. So I think people ought to start throwing their hat in the game as quick as they can to figure that out and get moving on it for sure.
Yeah, I mean, that seems to be something that's going on as far as like, Facebook may or may not, remove some capabilities of some people when it comes to putting music on the internet. I don't know what exactly. There's been so much back and forth talk about that, saying one thing and then saying the opposite, and I don't know what the official word on it is, but you're 100% right. I feel like there's going to be a little bit of a shift going, here coming forward. I've seen a lot of bands, really up in their game as of late, with the COVID thing, and you can change your web presence around and try and do different things like that. And it's something that I think bands are going to have to do. And, speaking of web presence, you guys, I mean, you're 3,000 plus Facebook followers. You guys, you're strong. It's not something I'm sure that was built overnight, but what do you attribute to that?
Well, it took a long time for me to make that many emails and make Facebook accounts for all of them. Just to follow the band, but where there's a will, there's a way.
No, I mean, obviously some of it has to be the music. The music's got to draw some people in, because I'll tell you what, if they don't like the music, they're not coming. I mean, that's straightforward. That's first things first.
Well, I mean, yes and no, but I mean, just look at us.
We're handsome.
I mean.
Oh,
that's the end of the story. The music is just you catch that while you're there.
You put a picture up, and that's what lures them in.
Right, 100%.
Oh my gosh, this is gold money. This is gold. No, I mean it's not an easy game trying to play like the internet band game, and I feel like trying to get through to people is one of the most difficult things. Is there anything that you guys have other than obviously like going out and playing live? Because right now it's COVID and nobody can play live. For the most part, people can. It's sparse. It's here and there. Certain counties know, but how do you go about doing that? Trying to like maintain some sort of relevance in all of this.
Well, everybody's posting on social media right now, so it's flooded. Mm-hmm. You'll find yourself just drowning in the mix trying to be heard during that. So you just kind of keep, for what we're doing, we're just kind of keeping the normal presence. We're not doing anything special on that. But if there's not a live show, we better be writing some new damn music. So I mean that's what we're doing right now. It's we got a show coming up on the 25th at Whole Avenue, as long as they reopen bars. 26th, okay, whatever that Saturday is. Sure. As long as they reopen the bars. But in the meantime, you just got to keep yourself busy with something. So it's writing new stuff.
That's smart.
Sitting in a room and sweating with each other and staring at each other's big dumb heads all day, trying to figure out how to write something.
That's true though. I feel like a lot of bands are also kind of missing the boat on that one, as far as I don't know. I'm not much of a music writer, so I can't say much for it myself, honestly. But you're in there writing a whole new album, I'm assuming.
Just a song at a time.
Yeah, we haven't figured it out yet. We just started writing, and whatever's going to become of it, whether we do an EP, just do a few singles. I mean, that business has changed so much. Nobody buys a CD anymore. I mean, people do to support you, but nobody's out going to CD stores that much anymore. It's more of a niche hobby. So I don't know if the answer is to keep doing something like that, release small chunks, or just release a single at a time.
Yeah, I'm of a mind where I think 3 is going to be probably our last full-length release. It'll be singles and EPs from here on out.
Maybe once you get 10 songs or something, you put them together and bundle them as an album or something like that. But yeah, the day of trying to keep someone's attention span for 8 or 9 songs, I think you're better off just releasing 1 or 2 here and there and just giving them a drip.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I've seen a lot of bands doing that nowadays, like well-established bands, non-well-established bands, whatever. But it's as far as we're just going to put out like a few EPs, and maybe we can put out 2 a year, maybe we can put out 3 a year, and you can kind of you put them out quicker. But the thing is, you end up. I always wondered how that works with like recording time. Like, do you have to book more recording sessions, probably, or do you guys record? How do you guys record? Do you guys book sessions somewhere? Do you record your own stuff, or?
We're pretty self-contained.
Yep. Ron had been doing our recording for Red, White, and Black and 3, and I have a very raw, basic setup here that we're considering doing it, but no, we haven't had to actually go into the studio yet, so it's a little bit of a blessing. There's never a press for time. Nice.
I always felt like that was one of the toughest things people might have to come about, would be like trying to figure out the best way to go about just going into a studio and booking down 3 songs as opposed to 10. Because, 10, it's like we can go in, 3 weekends in a row, or we can try and smush it all into one weekend and just track it like Friday night, Saturday, all this Sunday. And I mean, you guys don't have any of that issue. And as far as I'm concerned, I've heard your music that you've recorded, and I feel like a lot of people are getting so good at it nowadays that you can actually record at home and people don't even know you're recording at home, because that's the case with you guys. It's well enough produced that I wouldn't have been able to tell you that, but maybe some of that comes down to the fact that I'm not the best at recording music at my house, so I don't know.
Sure. and not to go plugging everybody, but Ron Letts, In a Box Studios, he's got that business up and going where he's doing some recording and stuff like that, and he did a great job with our stuff. So I mean, I can't talk well enough about how he did on that, so just a shout out on that. So if anyone's looking to do that, look his way.
Cool.
Great prices, but yeah, for sure.
Nice.
Sure.
So you guys got the new album recently came out. I'm saying recently, but it's been about a year ago I saw, it hasn't been a year. It was in 2020. It was in April. Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'll just say it's been a long year.
2020's been a long 5 years.
Oh my gosh, it's been forever. But yeah, I did see that 3 did recently come out, and you guys are already recording new stuff, which is pretty wild. That's a pretty fast turnaround time. I mean, I'm in a punk band. You can write 30 songs in a year and record them, and it's like there's an album, and you just toss them out and do 30 more. But like, that's still a pretty quick turnaround time for a metal band.
Well, to be fair, the stuff on 3 was being written as we were recording Red, White, and Black. So,
but by the time we got 3 out there, I mean, those songs have been around for years already.
Yeah, we'd already played the majority of them out.
Yeah, it's time to write new stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
we're not that good. We didn't just release it and then go, let's get more stuff. That shit's been around forever. And
with like the first 2, I did the majority of the songwriting, and with 3, I opened that up for everybody. I'm like, if you got an idea, bring it. Like, I opened it lyrically for him. He wrote a lot of stuff on it. And right now, he's bringing the riffs, and me and him just last night, we sat down and wrote out a song lyrically together, So
oh, cool. Is that the first time?
I kind of opened all that up for everybody.
Is that the first time you guys have sat down and duoed a lyric together, or do you usually bounce it?
The first time I think we've ever sat down and done it together, usually if I'm involved in it, which has only been on a few songs, but I'll just send him this 5-page fucking word salad of fucking lyrics that don't make any sense, and then he'll cut it down to something that you can actually sing live. If we went with whatever I wrote, it'd probably end up being like a mumble rap song over top of it because there's so many words in it. But he cuts those down and then changes a few things around and makes it sound a lot better than what it was in my head. So, but yeah, this is the first one that we sat down and said, okay, we just started writing it, and we started with basically nothing. We started with the melody last night and then kind of dug into the archives of some old shit that was didn't go anywhere and pulled a little bit from here and there and came up with an entire song. So.
Oh, nice. Cool. I mean, God, I mean, I'd rather have too much stuff, you know, and then have to have somebody weed some of it out than not have enough. Because like my songwriting capability is just like I wrote one line that sounded cool and then another line behind it that rhymes with it, and then I got nothing. You know, like
and then you're on RhymeZone and thesaurus.com typing shit in trying to find something.
Yeah, I've been there and it doesn't work, and eventually you're just like you're outclassing yourself and you sound like a caricature.
You're just Dr. Seussing it after that.
Oh my gosh. So how did you guys end up finding each other? Because I mean, you found each other obviously before Blacked Out World, but how did it go down?
God led us to each other. No, so Josh Finch, he used to be the bass player up until 2016. Him and I have known each other since high school. We met on a Craigslist ad, and we started just hanging out and playing. And then the teenage years of not having a full band, and then one day he goes, "We're going to go hang out with this Nate guy," and I've hated him ever since.
Likewise.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty crazy though. I find that there's a lot of guys down in your area that find people on Craigslist, and it's pretty staggering how it works out that way. But I guess how else are you going to find musicians these days?
Oh God, have you read Craigslist musicians ads lately?
Not lately. For a while I was hunting.
Their whole band if they just read the other ads. Bass player looking for band needing bass player.
And then somewhere in there's some passive-aggressive dude who vaguely references some other post and goes off on a 7-page rant. So I got to read that whole thing just because I need it.
Drummer seeking fifth band.
Yeah. Isn't that the truth?
We're a little bit of a mess right now. It seems like everybody's looking for a drummer.
Yeah.
My favorite one is the guy. There'll always be that one guy. And it'll be like a guitar player. Or no, it'll be like a band seeking drummer, bass player, vocalist, and keyboardist.
Yeah.
It's not a fucking band.
Yeah.
You're a guy.
You're a guy seeking a band. Don't prop yourself up. I immediately scroll past those because I think that those people just already have way too big of a head.
Yeah, I'm always leery of that too when it's like full band with dates booked looking for a drummer, and it's like, ooh. Like, I don't know if you went about this the correct way or if, like, the drummer backed out or what happened, but this sounds like a rough spot for anyone to fill, so I'll probably avoid it, and I'm not a drummer by any means, but it's still just like, eesh, I kind of wonder about that if, like, every time we put out a drummer ad, if everyone's just like, oh, shit, not again. No. I'm sure every drummer, like, has been in a million bands. Most drummers I know are in multiple bands.
You're in a million right now.
Just about every drummer has been in Blacked Out World, too. But trying to get them all.
Gotta collect them all. Gotta get one of every drummer.
Yes. It's like, come on, we're just going to get one of each.
How does that work out for you though? Like, I've been very fortunate to be in a band that has had no lineup changes since I've been in it. I mean, it's not like I'm the reason it hasn't had lineup changes, but I've also been in a band that has had numerous lineup changes while I've been in the band. So I've seen both sides of the coin, and you guys, we discussed it a little bit, but like you guys have had a little bit of a membership change over the years. So like, how do you guys deal with that? Honestly, maybe Nate would be the person to ask it this, but like, how do you, it's not like how do you tolerate it, but how do you keep going forward?
I'm too dumb to quit. Just, one guy leaves and played around enough, you call another guy, and unless, you really want a guy to come back. So you record this kick-ass record, and then a guy fires himself, and so you call another guy.
But no,
and comes in and does a good job.
But you record a music video with the other guy first.
Yeah, well, there's that.
I mean, that's cool.
And then I'm not getting rid of the other guy. So now we're a 3-guitar player rig. Blacked Out World started out as a 3-piece. There's me, bass player, and a drummer.
Okay.
And now we're a 5-piece with 3 guitar players. And
And we'll be auditioning trumpet players soon.
And timpani.
It's going to be like a ska. Our next record is going to be ska.
Nice.
Yeah, whole new direction.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be called like Grayed Out World. You guys will have a little bit new lease on life.
Our fans are going to be extremely disappointed.
As usual. It always sucks because it always seems like whenever somebody leaves, whether it's on their own accord or by somebody else's, it's always we seem to be getting momentum, and then it never fails. We get a little bit of momentum, and then something fucking happens. By the way, am I going to get in trouble for cussing? Am I getting beeped out?
No, you're not. You're not getting beeped at all.
Stop fucking saying that then. Something always happens right when we're gaining momentum, and then we got to put ads out again. And I think the quickest transition that we ever had was, when Josh left, we thought it was going to be a lot worse than what it was because Josh had been around since the beginning, and we floated a couple names around, and then Heath came in and just did his thing and just picked right up, and now he's just right there as a driving force. He did amazing. It was great. And drummers is always a problem
with Andy coming in as of late, though. We've played with Andy for years prior. He was the original drummer of I Am Enemy.
Yeah, He was the first person that we fired.
Yeah, we fired him too.
And went full circle.
Him coming back has been it's rejuvenating. It's really good.
Yeah. For sure.
Sometimes I found that too, though, is like just getting some breather room and then coming back. Sometimes that's all you need, as far as like meshing with a musician again. Maybe your styles didn't meet up beforehand, or maybe you didn't quite get along as well or whatever. But sometimes as everybody grows, you end up becoming, I saw you guys looking at each other. Don't do that.
a good 9 months off will do you good.
No, it's for real though, it's just one of those things. It's like a rejuvenating thing for all the parties involved. And sometimes I feel like, people can grow in that amount of time. It really doesn't matter how much time there is, but it gives people a new lease on not only, life or whatever, but like a new lease on the band in general too.
Well, sure. And like Nate said about the too dumb to quit thing. that I'm sure a lot of the things that could happen too comes from the fact that Blacked Out World does not stop. There's no stop. There's no, we're taking 4 weeks off. We're not going to take a month off and go do something. It's every week we're getting together. And, occasionally you'll get a holiday where we'll say, let's take this week off. But there's never, ever been we're going to take a few months off and just take a break. So, after a while, sure, there's a lot of internal pressure to keep producing and keep the ball moving,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So.
I've had band practice once a week for the last 30 years. I'm tired.
you wouldn't even know what to do on Saturdays.
I wouldn't,
just be sitting there
guess.
like Ricky Bobby.
No, I totally get the band practice every week. In Three Finger Betty, we did that for so long. COVID kind of slowed it down because it's like, what are you going to do? But when we get together, we would practice new material, so it's kind of, we had something to do at least when we did get together. But it is also weird. It's not like riding a bike. If you spend a couple months away from, your bandmates and you get back together, it's like, oh, this is noticeably not as tight as it was when we left, when we were practicing every single week. So there is something to say about practicing every single week as a band and staying tight or gig ready or whatever you want to call it. But
yeah, we've got our set that we practice, just in case there's a show. And then we'll work on, new stuff we haven't worked on for, we got 3 albums worth of material. Mm-hmm. We're not going to practice 30 songs. We're not doing it. So we'll do a set, maybe throw in an obscure one, and then work on some new stuff.
Nice. So, who else you got in the band? I don't know. Did we end up mentioning everybody in the band that's currently in the band right now?
Currently, kind of. We didn't name Colton by name, but Colton Schminger Schmidt.
Young Johan.
Young Johan. I'm giving a hard time. He's gonna be mad when he hears that.
He's never heard it before.
No. Colton's the other guitar player, and him and I are basically just attention deficit buddies. It's just a couple of fucking squirrel chasers, so we get along pretty good on that kind of thing. And we both play leads and switch off on that kind of stuff. He's the I guess I'm the newest addition, but he was the newer addition. He replaced me, and then I replaced myself. And you got Andy Adams, the original drummer, drummed with us back in 2008.
I've been in 10 bands with Andy. He's good to go.
And then Heath and Andy, they've played together for years too. So once we got Andy in, it was kind of just like a big family reunion. That was probably the easiest drum transition that we've had, because he just came in and all the stuff that was on album 1, except for Death Comes Calling, was all stuff that we wrote with him anyways. So it was a little easier to jump into it that way when you got someone who had a background of the catalog. But yeah, so it's Nate, me, Colton, Heath, and Andy right now.
All right.
And couldn't be happier with that lineup.
It's a solid line.
It's pretty crazy how you guys got this like Iron Maiden thing going on, where like a guitarist left and then came back, and they were like, well, we're not kicking out this other guy, we're leaving him in here, and and you end up with this
I'm still trying to figure out how to get Colton fired, but it's not.
He's my new drinking buddy, so I'm not getting rid of him.
Yeah, no one's biting that
yet. Oh, man. Well, like one thing's for sure is just from talking to you guys, I mean, we've only been talking just over a half an hour, and it's easy to see you guys are fun-loving individuals, which I think, translates well to the music scene, because if you're super rigid about things, it doesn't necessarily always translate well to having a good time playing music at bars,
That's one thing I'll remember this forever. We played a show at Lefty's, and this old, he's a Vietnam vet, came up and was talking to me. He says, not only do I like your music, he says, but I can see just watching you guys are literally having fun.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, that's why I do it. I'm not doing this because I hate it. I just took that to heart. I'm like, yeah, I'm glad that translates, because if you hang out with us at practice, I'm surprised we get anything done.
Yeah,
we need our own reality show is what we need. It's comedy the whole time.
Oh my God!
There's a lot of bands out there. It's not talking smack or anything. A lot of guys have a different stage persona than who they are in real life. It's an act, and it is. It's going up on stage and playing in front of people. It's an escape and it's an act. But unfortunately, we are just as dumb on stage as we are off stage. The only difference is when we get off stage, we're 6 inches shorter and we're not nearly as cool anymore.
You were talking about how you guys need your own reality show, and you guys have been pretty good on the YouTube world as of so far. Have you maybe thought about doing like a once a month show, call it like maybe Blacked Out Real World? And
I like that. I like that. Well, and one of the fun things is that when we were talking a little bit about the COVID and moving to YouTube, this camera I've got, it's a little crappy camera with a halo light on it, but actually working on getting a YouTube together, more for me on this one, but we can definitely apply it to the Blacked Out World thing. I'm going to do some guitar stuff on there, but I think that would be a great idea, and I think we need to do that, where it's once a week, even if it's just something stupid like Nate goes shopping.
Yeah, it could be.
Follow him around at Hy-Vee in his kilt and his knee-high boots.
Yeah, and he comes back and someone's like, "You didn't get bagels or something." It would be something that would like help him interact with you just enough. You can make these tiny little skits, and I bet you guys would kill it.
Grab a pepper off the shelf and it's got little soft marks on it. Jesus Christ! Just throw it on the ground. Fine. We'll get kicked out of Hy-Vee, but it'll make for a good video.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm not advocating anybody get kicked out of Hy-Vee or anything, but I'm just tossing ideas your guys' way. I mean, you guys seem like you're fun-loving enough. You do it. You guys could totally pull it off. And I mean, like, I don't know, not like we all watched Real World back in the day, but it's not like the camera work was awesome on Real World, so it's not like you would need anything better than just a phone camera. So, you could pull that off pretty simply. I don't know.
I think that'd be a fun one.
We love doing stupid stuff. That's what we do in our daily lives. I mean,
yes. Let me look at this.
That you were talking earlier though about like it's pretty obvious when people are on stage and they're having fun doing what they're doing, and it's literally just as obvious, or maybe even more blatantly obvious, if someone's on stage and they're not enjoying doing what they're doing. That's something that I've seen a little bit of here and there live, and it's a tough thing to shake for certain people or certain bands, but it's one of those things that it's just like, man, you can tell these people just they're not feeling it, or something's not quite right, and I don't know if it's like only musicians can notice it, but if it's definitely something you can notice if somebody's having like an off night on stage.
Mm-hmm. Sure. And I mean, it'd be like, imagine if I went up on stage and tried to act like some complete badass. No one's going to take that seriously. Anybody who's ever seen me, at least for 17 seconds, would not believe that for an instant. But yeah, you can tell when people are up there and they're not having fun, and they're just there to do a gig and collect a check and go home. And it's not fun to watch that.
No, it's not. I mean, it's tough when a gig feels like work. I'm sure we've all definitely been to one of those gigs or been through that at least one point in time where it's just like you're just hauling stuff in. And you're like, this isn't going to be the greatest show I've ever played. And it just feels like it's work from start to finish. But
there's been a couple of those.
Yeah.
I think everybody has one. Now, the two Wooley shows that we played were absolutely not like that at all. I had the first chance to play Woolies. Was it 17 or 18?
I don't know. They all blend together.
We played. 19 was with Pop Evil, and then we played the year before with Shaman's Harvest.
Cool.
And those shows were just freaking amazing.
So we
man.
played a couple sold out ones at Woolies, and that was.
There's nothing like that being up on the stage and having people lined front to back, and it's just that's just cloud nine,
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. It's so, and it's not like we don't get people to go to our shows, but it is such a blessing to have more than just a bar crowd worth of people. If it's more than just like in most of the bars we play, and it's like 50 people would pack the place, And so when you go into a place like Woolies, and it's like, oh, there's hundreds of people here. It's like a game changer.
What I've noticed too, and not to toot my own horn, but I'll do it. I'll toot our horn, I guess, but. The shows that we've played there, and we're the opening act. Nobody knows us walking into the joint, but after the first song, we've got them.
Mm-hmm.
And next thing you know, there's a line at our merch table, and they want to talk to us. And so
we had people outside in the parking lot during a smoke break wanting to just like a line of people wanting to take pictures with us. Okay.
Yeah, where are you guys from? We're like, here.
We're from right over there.
Yeah.
I'm going home tonight.
That is pretty fun, though, when you surprise people like that, when they're just like, these guys are so good. There's no way they could be like from my hometown playing shows at a local bar. And then it's like, oh, you guys have been playing shows here this whole time and I've missed it. And it took me going to someone else's show. I mean, that's the benefit of going to those bigger shows and playing on the bigger shows. But
that's really cool when you got them, like that last one we did. I mean, we come out swinging.
Yeah.
And after the first song, they're insane. I'm like, we got them.
Yeah.
It's all, in my mind, a lot of it's kind of how you construct the set list too. Okay, we're playing with this band and this band, and they've got this sound. We don't want to go out there and play a set list that's going to kind of fit right in with that. We want to come out, if they got a bunch of softer songs, we're going to come out and just kick you right in the nutsack and, for 30, 45 minutes. And
there will be no ballads at that show.
No ballads.
None.
if you're a real poppy soft rock band, we're just going to come out and kick you directly in your scrotum and call it a day.
I was actually talking with someone. You were talking about people just, going nuts in the front row, and that's probably one of my favorite things ever when you can get people moving at a show. But like, different types of music lend themselves to that differently. Like, imagine you're like a folk musician playing acoustic, at a bar, and it's like nice quiet place, and somebody's just riding up in front. It's like, well, tone it down, mister. You're gonna knock over my stuff, But like,
we had one of those.
We did.
What are you guys playing? Blacked Out World acoustic shows? Here, let me hear it.
Absolutely.
Let's do it. All right, let's hear it.
Blacked Out World acoustic show, and was that the one where it was just you and me?
Yes.
Okay, and I'll have to find it on Facebook. Maybe I'll send it to you sometime because someone got a picture of it. There was a guy, and I don't know this guy, but he had a lot of something in his system that night, and we're playing everything super soft and pretty. I mean, you could just be doing that all night, and this dude's running across the front of the stage. There's nobody up front, and it's an acoustic show. Everyone's sitting down. And he's, you fucking rock! And then he jumps up on the stage and starts licking my ear while I'm playing guitar, licking me in the ear, going,
true story.
And this is all I could hear. I'm going to try not to blow out your mic. Oh yeah, you're a fucking god. I'm like, okay, you need to get away from me now, like while I'm trying to play. That was so, yeah.
But he didn't break form.
No,
he was playing it good.
No, that's. I don't know if that's good or bad that a dude licking my ear doesn't make me miss.
My gosh, it speaks about a lot about your conviction as a human. Let's just put it that way. You've got you've got moxie, kid.
Of course, that's just me.
Oh man, no, that's fun. I never even thought about that. I remember seeing you guys promoting an acoustic show not terribly long ago, but like I said earlier, we're talking 2020. It's been about a 2 or 3 year long year, so it's just one of those things. But God,
a lot of stuff prior to 3 was written acoustically. I mean, if you listen to Red, White, and Black, most of that stuff I wrote that acoustic.
Oh, cool.
So we can pretty much take any one song of our 30 and play an acoustic version of it.
Oh, that's wild. Have you guys ever thought about like doing an acoustic album of some sort?
Yes, yeah, I plan to.
Oh, nice, cool. How do you think you're going to go about doing that? Just generally speaking.
I think I'm just going to take like the greatest hits.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe throw something new in there, but
the
3 albums, maybe just do a handful of songs.
Oh, that'd be super cool. You gonna try and do like a full drum set, or make them like go down to like cajon and tambourine and nonsense?
I think we'll record the raw track and then figure out what it needs from there.
There you go. I mean,
Blacked Out Boys, Bob.
The Bob EP.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. No,
I'll get one of those like 80s glamour shots with you holding an acoustic and like a fucking tuxedo with a rose in front of a blurry camera, and then that little part up here where you're looking straight sideways, and then
absolutely
that'll be your album cover.
Every song has to start out with a heavy sigh. Oh my gosh. No.
Great idea.
No, it actually does sound like a really good idea, though, because I feel like if any band could probably pull it off, it'd be a metal band, because I feel like the acoustic set, doing acoustic versions of metal songs lends itself a little bit, at least to the metal style. It's like the somberness, you can at least pull some of that into the acoustic. But
I've seen done that recently. I'm like, you bastards! I did it first.
Who is that?
Metallica's done it recently.
Oh well, we'll let that slide.
They stole it from me.
Careful, Lars will send you a cease and desist.
Oh man, this has been by far one of the more entertaining podcasts I've done. I'll just say that straight away. I've laughed more at this one than a lot of stuff.
I hope you weren't hoping to get any kind of like real information out of this.
All right, I'll just discredit all this information. That's fine.
It's all lies.
So do you guys have one show on the books for the future, and that kind of depends whether or not the COVID, whatever that, no shows, no bars open, COVID stuff goes away or not?
Yep, September 26th. That's Saturday, right? It's going to be on a Saturday? Yeah, September 26th at Whole Avenue.
Awesome. Well, I'll do my best to get there if I can. I mean, the worst part about it is I am probably the worst at like managing my time right now. I'm just like in between bouts of working and then just also being kind of lazy. So it sucks because
we all do.
Yeah,
it's just being a grown up. We just nap whenever we can and find stuff to do in between there.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, it kind of sucks because sometimes you want to go to shows, and I'm sure you guys run into that with like Saturday practices where you're like, man, I'd like to go to this show, but it's also practice day, so I can't really like abandon practice to go to the show. And if you do, it's kind of like
we practice early enough though. We're usually wrapping up, and it's right around that time when music's about to start. So if there's something going on a Saturday that we want to go see, usually it's all of us standing out in the driveway, King of the Hill style, just going, yep, we going to Hole, yep. And
I'm talking, man, it'll go ding old dang hole, man.
Mm-hmm. There is something that is to be said that's like pretty cool about like the majority of a band or a whole band showing up to watch another band play live. Like, it's as a band that has had that happen multiple times, it's like super cool. It's always fun to return the favor, and I don't know, it adds to people in the crowd, and it's also kind of nice when people recognize you like as a band, like, oh, you guys playing tonight? It's like, no, we're here to check these guys out, and they're like, oh sweet, I'll check these guys out too, and you kind of push the crowd more towards the stage by just being there, it's something to it.
Yeah, it's more so we just we don't like to go to the bathroom by ourselves, so if you bring friends with you, and then we just do one of the little group things where we all go in there together and tell each other how pretty we are, and then go back out and watch some music.
Once again.
But we say it's support.
Once again, very, very serious answer from the very serious people that blacked out world. Oh, man. I'm stoked to see you guys again. I mean, it's kind of a bummer that Dominic's not booking shows at Hull because I would see you guys there more frequently. And every time I got to say this, every time we were there, you guys brought the thunder, not just on stage, but fan-wise. You guys have a pretty decent following. A lot of people showed up to watch you play, so it's pretty awesome to have, I play in a punk band. It's not like our following is huge, but when you play 40-plus shows a year in one area, it's kind of, lowers the demand for the band sometimes at certain places. So like when we would go places, sometimes we'd have a lower show up than others, and it's nice to show up, playing on a show with you guys knowing it's like, well, this place is going to be packed tonight. It's just the way it's going to be. So it's pretty cool to have that, I mean, have all you guys like lived in the Des Moines area most of your lives, or?
Well, adult lives, yeah. Nate was from Southern Iowa. I think the rest of us were all from Des Moines. I don't know where Andy came from. I think he just came out of a forest somewhere at like the age of 30.
He was forged.
Yeah, he was forged.
Oh, man. Well, that's pretty sweet. I think we've covered quite a bit of stuff, but we've got about 45 minutes down. I don't know if you guys have anything else you want to discuss that I haven't talked about. I don't know if I've hit all the hot button issues, or if you guys got some fun stuff you feel like I've missed, or I'm now waiting on bated breath for something wildly amusing. I
mean, we could always talk about Wisconsin. I mean, we all know the story, but everyone else hasn't heard the story. That's kind of that could be a hot button. We'd have to talk about that one nicely.
Well, if you want to talk about it nicely, go for it. But
I got nothing to add to that one.
Yeah, I don't know. There's
well, we can leave it at that and say.
Yeah, let's talk about it. We can talk about the van and the puke and the loading.
This is your baby now.
The mystery juice.
We could just leave it at this and say, hey, go to the show on the 26th and ask him about the Wisconsin trip.
Yeah, just ask Nate. He's gonna wear a shirt that says "Ask me about Wisconsin." Yeah, we don't need to go into the details. There was a lot of fun stuff that happened that night and the next morning. That's a memory that'll live with me forever.
All right. If anybody's curious about the Wisconsin trip, head to their show and ask one of them about it. We'll see if they'll divulge some information. This gives me another reason that I want to go now.
You come for the show, you hang out for story time with Nate out back.
Oh my gosh. So I got Marco, you've been awesome. Nate, you've been awesome. It's really good to meet you guys. I mean, this is like the first time we've ever talked, even though we've played shows together. Because I mean, we've probably hem-hawed a little bit on stage, off stage, or whatever. But it's nice to actually sit down and talk with you guys and get to know you and realize that you guys are just fun-loving individuals, despite slightly hardened exteriors on stage.
Sure. No, we definitely. We carry the extra chromosomes.
Oh my gosh! No, it's
great. We're gonna have to share the stage again pretty soon. That'd be awesome,
dude. It would be cool. Maybe we can get Dom to book us a show together, or we could book one somewhere else, or do something. But yeah, I think it'd be cool to book a show with you guys again and get on stage with you and catch your act. It's like I said, it's been a while since I've seen you guys. So
yeah, once the apocalypse is over, we'll have to look into that for sure. Once all this blows over and we're back to regular schedule.
Yeah, definitely. Marco, Nate, is there anything else you guys want to add to this? Because I think we're gonna end the recording here.
I think we're good.
You think we're good?
Thank you so much for having us, bud. I appreciate it.
Dude, you guys are awesome. I can't wait to check you out if you guys are in Des Moines on the 26th. I'm right? 26th?
Yep. Yes, sir.
All right, if you're in Des Moines at 26th, go to Hull. You can watch Blacked Out World play. Is anybody else going to be there, or is it just going to be you guys?
I think the lineup changed already. And
yeah.
All right.
Heath booked it, so I can't remember, but I know there's going to be some good stuff there.
Blacked Out World and mystery guest with crazy Wisconsin stories, the 26th at Hull. Thanks, guys. Stay on the line with me. I'll end the recording here. Well, there you have it. Was I nervous? You darn right I was nervous. You can tell right away. I also took myself a lot less seriously at this point in time. It seems like I was just more than willing to have mistakes in the podcast and errors and just let people laugh at me and have a good time. So hopefully we can return to that mindset someday. But this fun episode, very tragic to hear the passing of Nate. I was not really close with him, as you can kind of probably tell by me calling him by the wrong name in the episode once. But yeah, I mean, it's just kind of shocking when you play music and you play with all these different people, all these different bands. You go from town to town. You play in different genres and different clubs and different places, and just all the people you run into. I mean, life happens. People pass away, people move, people change bands, genres. They change their life, and it's just kind of wild to have these snapshots of things as they're happening, and then to look back on them, later in life. So hopefully, if everybody was listening to this, you got what you wanted out of it and got a little slice of enjoyment with Nate on the podcast there. Sorry for the loss to Nate. It's going to be a big detriment to the Des Moines metal scene, the Des Moines, heavy music scene in general. He was out there supporting. He was out there, playing shows, and like I said, I didn't know him too well. We didn't hang around in the same circles, but I did share a stage with him a handful of times, and it was always fun. So, for Nate, go listen to some Blacked Out World. I believe that band was kind of his baby, if I'm not mistaken. So, thank you very much for everybody listening. Thank you to the Fort Dodge Fine Arts Association. Make sure you subscribe to the Patreon if you want episodes a day early. You can also just donate $1 a month over there, or whatever you feel like donating to help keep this podcast kicking. And that's basically it. So rest in power, Nate, and go spin some Blacked Out World for him today, and remember why you loved him so much, everybody. So thank you very much. audiblefarm.com for basically everything else. Peace.